Hello guys, this is Rahul Dhawan. So today we are going to start our new series called Encoded Audio. In this section we will going to invite some people from the industry and we'll talk about some serious problems around us. Hope you will enjoy the session. Let's get started. So in this episode we are going to take the topic as like pros and cons of working at startup. So in this episode we are going to invite my new friend called his name is like Shubham Gupta. He is from IIT. Uh, a little bit of introduction I will give, and I will give the stage to Shubham. And he is working SD in some startup. So let's talk to him. So hi Shubham, can you introduce yourself? A brief introduction.
Hey guys, this is Shubham Gupta and I'm a 2020 graduate from IIT and currently working as a software engineer in a product based startup.
Thanks Shubham for your intro. So as we all know, like most of the guys in the engineering colleges wants to work in multinational company, but I would want to know what makes you say yes to a job in a startup.
To be honest, in the first place, I never said yes to a startup job because in campus, whatever company comes, you just apply the first come first serve that route. So I luckily gave the interview to this for this company, which actually came on campus and then everything goes well and yeah, on that day evening, only that evening I got this offer letter from them that yeah, I got selected. So I would say like in my case, there was neither a choice for me to actually choose a startup because actually I had like past experiences in a startup as an intern because I've done several internship in such companies, so I know their work culture better and how things go in such culture. So actually, I had a good hand in such corporate culture of startup. So it was not a big issue for me to actually get so I did not find any difficulty adapting that work culture because I have already seen uh, this kind of scenarios in my past internships. So, and I would say for the people who actually like adventure in their life and who always want to test themselves, their limits. I would say like a startup is the best option that they can get.
Yeah, so that's actually a great answer, and that can help many newcomers that wants to join the startup. And I want to ask you, is it really true that in a startup you can work and innovate as well?
Uh, I do strongly agree. 50% of the statement that in startup you can work as well as you can innovate. So this statement is pseudo true. I would say pseudo true for why? Because it depends on person to person. After all, if you take anything as a job, as a 9 to 5 job where you just have to spend 8 hours of your day for a particular task, then it will be a job for you where you just do a certain set of task and then wrap up your bag and then go back head to your place. But when you actually have this fire inside you that you wanted to take things up, you wanted to take the charge, you want to actually optimize the process, do certain innovations. From that point of time, uh, the innovation in you starts building up and And I guess because in startup culture you don't have much on your plate as a well established thing. uh, Means like for everything you have to strive more, because first of all in startup there are very less resources, so you have to actually work around very minimal number of resources, where you strive hard to get results, and then you think that the process that you are following with such resources are very time consuming and very poor, so you start uh, cutting time and innovate to actually shorten the time period, and more or less you optimize each and every task that you perform. So from that point, from there the innovation comes. So I would say yes, the innovation is there. You actually innovate in the startup only if you take up the charge to actually do something better, or I would say you actually want to optimize the kind of work that you do, so that it will take less time and give better results.
Yeah, I do agree with you that we need to optimize the time, and in startup that really helps the persons to do that. And my next question will be like, is it true that you are alone always in doing the things, or is there any support that is there in startup?
Uh, Most of the time you are alone, because you see the startup is something like it's a budding stage, where if I would say that you know when something grows from scratch, you have very less number of people to work along with you actually, because startup is all about great ideas, where few people have this great ideas. They uh, join they take few other peoples to actually implement those ideas, and then test it on their benchmarks. So in startup basically they say that the smaller the group is, the more efficient the work quality will be, because in startup, when the startup is at very early stage, uh, there are only the top minds who are working on their ideas, and actually they choose very intelligent people to actually develop and implement those ideas that they had. So I would say, like in the very initial stage, yeah, there are less people. So as I said, like there are very minimal number of resources. So you need to actually build everything from scratch, and when you actually when you start building things from scratch, from ground zero, you actually get to learn a lot of things, because when you get things on your plate in a well organized manner, you don't actually strive hard, or you don't actually get this curiosity that why the things are very well established at the first place. But when you work in a startup, everything is very scattered. You need to think from ground zero, and pick up the resources jumbled up, and make very good innovations. So I would say, like when you work alone, you learn a lot. Also, like not only like not this statement is true that you'll be working alone in the startup culture, but there will be help, because the startup is run by those people who have very great number of experiences. So there will be people around with very huge and great experiences. So they do guide you in a way that at the end of the day you need to actually figure out the way how to do them, because those people actually give you the guidance. They give you the vision, and they give you what actually they are looking for, and that will be your task to actually figure out the way to implement it. So that's a great learning, I would say.
Yeah, as you just said that like there will be people around you that have experience in that and they will definitely help you in that. So there is no such question that you will be alone and you have to do everything by your own. You will get people that will help you. So, my next question will be like that we can discuss it, like, does the IIT tag really matter in corporate life? Because I can see in the internet, like, if you are from IIT, you get several things better than other students. So, does that really matter there?
So I have actually this question in my mind when I was in college, that okay, I stepped into an IIT, after finishing my college, do this tag matter? So in corporate, it actually matters. It actually matters a lot when you step into a corporate with a tag like an IIT, because uh, people uh, people, the management hires you because of that only, and they had really huge expectations, that because alma maters our alma maters from different IITs have set up a benchmark of the performance from typical IIT undergrad uh, performs. So I would say, like, it really matter, but again, it will be only matter if you perform in that certain way, because uh, they say when you achieve great heights, the expectations is more from you. So it's the same way when you get out of that college, when you graduated from IIT and step into a corporate culture, people expect a lot from you because they think that you are one of the greatest mind present in that whole department. So so great things were expected from you, that you will be good at solving very fastly, adapting things, and you actually take pressure, because in IIT the environment is like that. We groomed with in an environment where we work under pressure and work on deadlines, and like there are a lot of things where we were benchmarked in during our undergrad. So that's what I would say. This IT tag actually helps us to get a upper edge in an industry, but also uh, only few initial times in the starting of your career you will get benefit out of it. But again, in the long run, it depends on how you perform in a corporate. So on a conclusion note, I would say, yeah, it really matters. It really matters a lot in terms of everything: your pay scale, your team, your responsibilities, your designation. So it really matters a lot.
Yeah, I too agree with you that IT tag really matters in terms of pay scale, anything. People treat you like a you are from another planet. Yeah, so that's really cool. uh, and it is like I would want to ask you, is it more than just a 9 to 5 job if you work in a startup, or it's really like you are like more have a flexible timing, you can go anytime and work anytime, or it's just 9 to 5 job, like regular 9 to 5 job?
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, it's more than just a 9 to 5 job if you're working in a startup, because in a startup is a very dynamic nature. It has very dynamic work style, because every day you need to perform a lot of tasks, because you are on your deadlines, and you are everybody is a one man army. So so you perform tasks like that. You are not just a single person, but you are a team of yourself. So you do a lot of tasks on a single day, and sometimes uh, it exceed your typical working hour from 9 to 5. So sometimes you need to uh, stretch a bit to actually complete those tasks, because you know working in a startup is not that easy, because startup is something which actually struggling every day to make its own existence in the corporate culture. So it's the survival of the fittest. If you are fittest, then only you can survive. So that's what being expected from employees, that they will be always on their toes to perform great number of tasks, uh, solve complex problems. So yeah, if you are doing that much work, it sometimes exceed your working hour limit, and you need to stretch a bit to perform, to give your best. But I would say like it's a great experience working in a corporate in a startup culture, because you know not everybody actually, I don't know whether in India people actually scare, uh, people are afraid of startup, doing work in startup, because not many people actually choose their first job in a startup company, because everybody wants to be in a well-established company where you know they are guided with a team, with a mentor, with a lead, and other things where they actually don't want to start from the ground zero, but would like to uh, get things on plate in a pre-established manner. But for those people who actually like thrills in their life, wanted to actually learn a lot in a short span of time, do a great number of tasks, or those people who actually don't know what they are more interested into. So I would say the startup culture gives you an idea, uh, and let you know that what you are good at, because in startup you don't have any specific scope of work, because you have to perform all the tasks that comes on your desk. While in a big corporate culture, you'll be assigned in a team with a different department, and your scope of work will be very limited. Sometimes people get bored out of it, but in startup every day you get a new task and you don't know whether you'll be able to do it or not, but still you perform it and you learn every day. So the learning curve in a startup is way more steeper and way more uh, higher than the learning curve in a corporate culture. Although uh, both has pros and cons, but because I work in a startup culture, I would only say about the startup uh, pros and cons. So it has very pros if you start your career as a beginner and you got a job in a startup, because you get to learn a lot of things.
Yeah, I would like to add one more point, like not in a startup but in every job. It's not just 9 to 5. You may have to work beyond limits. Everything is fair there. And thank you for your answers, Shivam. If you have some other points that you would like to add there, please do add.
Yeah. Thank you, Rahul. I guess this is what all I have on this topic. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and yeah, I really enjoyed the time answering your queries, and what actually people uh, seek for, because I saw myself 4 years back down the line, back when I just entered into college. I had a lot of questions about career guidance and what to choose, what not to choose. I did not had any guidance at that time, but now I'm at that position where I can guide people. So yeah, it feels nice to actually give a view about how does it feel to be in a startup just after passing from an IIT or from any college. This is what I guess someone should refer to before deciding where they want to go and what kind of internship they should choose. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Rahul. Thank you for inviting me. Uh, let's catch up. Uh, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, same as nice talking to you, Shivam. Let's catch up definitely. And please, guys, like and subscribe for more podcasts like this. We will be talking more on some problems. Thank you, guys.